The next section that we are going to tackle is the torso. Remember, if you go to yellowjasminetaichi.com, you can print out the 24 musts. It's right on the website. Thank you. So the next section after the head is the torso. Of course, after C7 is the beginning of the torso, all the way down to the lumbar. So also, underneath the armpit, all the way down to the top of the leg crease. That would be the torso. So the first one is to relax the waist. So this is relax the waist and open the lower back. Now when we go to, a lot of times we say we have a backache, and we say, oh, this is the lower back, or this is the lower back. It's really much further down than that. So if you take the navel, directly behind the navel is an area that in Chinese we say that is the Mingmen, or the life gate. It is essential that that is open. That does take some time, and we'll go through all the different rest of the parts of the body to see how other parts can help us open the lower back. All right. So relaxing in here, relaxing here. So you have to start. Something that we haven't talked about is that you need to sit as if you're sitting in a chair. This is the beginning of sitting back. Okay, the next thing we'll go back up to the shoulder girdle. So the shoulder girdle, as you know, this is the clavicle or collarbone, and behind is the wings here. That's the scapula. Between those parts, front to back, it makes up the shoulder girdle. Right? So by the shoulder girdle, you have the shoulders slightly forward here. Just slightly forward. Because if you don't have them slightly forward, then you end up with this, and there's nothing happening here, and this is like a rock. So we want this to be relaxed in here. And we want the armpits to be open and the elbows to be down. So if we have this slightly forward, the shoulders, you see how the elbows are going down? And this is open. Now years ago they used to tell us you have to keep it open enough so that you could put an egg under there or an apple. That's all good. All of those were good descriptions. A lot of people drop and they close in here. Everything they do is very, very tight. So this is tight, everything's tight. Remember, the whole point is to relax everything. And does it take time? Yes, it does. You have to just constantly practice. Okay, so the next thing would be chest in and back out. But how do you do this? So you relax here, really just depress this lightly. And then this will start to round in here. And this is the arm qua. We'll get into quads further down the road. And then since this is rounding in this way, it stands to reason that the back would start to round also. The upper back. Around. And when you're really good, you can sit back. Okay, you want to then tuck this tailbone. The tailbone is at the very end of your coccyx. It goes down and your pelvis tips a little bit. And by tipping, you start to have this movement of opening in the lower back in here. Okay, so you want to do this. Now, if you ever see belly dancers, I would suggest for fun, go to some belly dancing classes or just go and watch some belly dancers because they do a lot of work with the pelvis. A lot of people are very hesitant to move this area very much, and they're very stiff. So without that, you won't be able to sit down. You need to sit, and you need to drop your elbows down to your knees. It's another thing that we'll get into later. And the next area will be, of course, the extremities, especially the lower extremities. But by opening your lower back, so you sit, you try starting it 3 minutes a day, adding a little bit more every day. This is something you really can't do sitting. You can practice the top, but not the bottom very well sitting. Okay. Thank you. The next is the extremities.